As a last question, Maharishi, you said last week that Raja Raam, the ruler of the global country of world peace, would play a parental role and administer from the level of silence and non-involvement. What does it mean to administer from silence? It seems confusing.
No. It's just by an example, this becomes clearer. The gardener who wants to make everything of the tree fresh, he doesn't run to the leaves, he doesn't talk to the leaves and flowers and branches. He goes to the root. Attend to the root. Now the root of life, the root of nations is consciousness, either the consciousness of the individual or extend it to a society, collective consciousness of society. Collective consciousness of society is the sum total of different levels of consciousness in society. Farmer has his own level of consciousness, a teacher has his own level of consciousness, a clerk has his own level of consciousness. The whole population, if there are 1 million people in a country and they have 1 million modes of consciousness, put them all together and that sum total is called collective consciousness of the nation. Collective consciousness of the nation may be compared to the consciousness of the sap in a tree. The sap in a tree. There, all the interest of the leaves and branches and all, they are all centered in the sap. Just like that, all the trends and tendencies of a nation, they're all centered in the collective consciousness of the nation. And collective consciousness of the nation is the sum total of all levels of consciousness of the individuals. Through education, we enliven the total collective consciousness from the transcendental field. The approach is to enliven the transcendental field of consciousness of the individual, which is the common ground of the national consciousness, and from where national trends can be controlled. So Raja Raam's effort to create a global influence of harmony and peace is from that silent level of consciousness, which is a global consciousness, which is transcendental field of consciousness. Every moment of Raja Raam and his ministers and all that is on the basis of his discovery, on the basis of his finding that everything that is physical in the universe is consciousness. It's a consciousness. So instead of doing anything anywhere on the physical boundaries, handle that level of transcendental consciousness, that level of consciousness, that level of unified field in terms of physics or consciousness and all that, and chemistry and all that. Handle that thing, and that will create silently a highly coherent influence in the world consciousness. Not through these talks. These talks are amusing for the press to write and for the readers to write, and day to day this is happening, that is happening. Such a waste of life, such a waste of hope. So Raja Raam, being a scientist, is realistically approaching the target of world peace on a most peaceful level of transcendental consciousness. That is the theme that is going to be fruitful, and that fruitful result will be the basis of life in every forthcoming generation. It's a very good question that was asked, and now we extend success of this question in our efforts to create world peace through a peaceful means from the level of transcendental consciousness. And not all the people in the world have to believe it, not all of them have to practice it, just a few people. We are assembling 8,000 people in America, and a few thousand in India, a few thousand in Europe. Like that, the world is going to be a very, very beautiful world, but that will be not through talking, not through lecturing. I have talked enough, I have lectured enough propagation of the principles of transcendental consciousness, but now the effect of enlivening transcendental consciousness through these groups of 8,000 here, there, and then the world will be a bright world of enlightenment, bright world of enlightenment, peaceful, happy, successful world. And for that, the administration will be the same administration as it is. We don't criticize. The same administration in everywhere, whatever it is, but we bring the support of the administration of the light of God, administration of the will of God, administration of the cosmic intelligence at the basis of all life. It's a very beautiful, very fortunate knowledge that has come to us from the tradition of the Vedic masters, and we cannot sing the glory enough for the preservation of the supreme knowledge, for supreme achievement of the whole mankind, and now forever. Beautiful. All glory to Gurudev, and thank the press. They become a very good medium for me to express these thoughts. It's a very good thing that we are in possession of this very, very beautiful field of knowledge, very, very fulfilling light of God. Jai Gurudev.